现在有结合 AI 的话，我觉得会吸引更多的年轻人一起过来看。
很棒，因为这是我第一次看到这个设备，
比较环保，但是也是尊重习俗，因为如果可以直接就是划分的那种感觉，也是蛮不错的。
这是工研院的 AI 即时动作辨识互动技术，去年刚与高雄三凤宫合作，不少民众对于庙宇的新设备都觉得非常新奇，跃跃欲试。
一起透过影像模组来搭配 AI 的感测技术，它可以很精准的测到我们人体的33个关节点，让好信酒更直接，也更容易然后更友善的方式来操控这个显示器。
现在就是环保意识非常的高涨。那我们是不是可以设计一些可以既有环保，然后又有科技，又有趣好玩的一个方式，来让民众来做体验？
除了能互动求签，工研院也将这个技术运用在祈福点灯，民众远距就可以点亮光明灯，祈求心愿成真。
那系统呢，它也可以透过点灯的方式呢，就可以点亮那一个特定的方格就是我们在庙宇点灯的那种经验。那这样子透过那个方格的方式，就可以看到很安心。然后其实，在手机上面也会得到这样的一个图卡来做留存。
传统庙宇元素结合 AI， 创新环保之外，也让信徒到庙宇拜拜祈福时，能尝试新的体验。联新闻邓山田、庄淑婷，高雄市报道。
接进去啊？
对，直接进去。在那个前面有环境，他们那个这样。
谢谢啊，我有在很刚嘛。那你从中风店过来就对了？
没有，我们从台北过来。
台北过来。你是中风店住台北对不对？
啊，我们是台北的公关公司。
哦，不是中风店，公司。
首先会在我们视听教室通常观赏一下我们场的简介影片，接下来会有我们生物的研究员介绍农场微视管控的平台。
大家好，我是台南区农业改良场场长陈昱初。欢迎大家来到我们台南区农业改良场。那今天是大家这个整个我们这个 workshop 的最后一个参访点。
Okay, welcome everybody to Tainan Paris. Today this site is the last site of our workshop today.
那代表农业部致上诚挚热烈的欢迎。
I present seriously welcome to everyone.
那我们是负责云林、嘉义、台南地区3个县市的一个改良场所。
Okay, we are responsible for three countries in the southern part of Taiwan, Yunlin, Tainan, and 嘉义。
然后我们的这个辖区里面有1/3以上的可耕地，占台湾1/3的可耕地。
Okay, in this region, there are about 30% of arable land in this region.
25% 的农业人口。
About 25% of agriculture person.
是整个在我们台湾地区最重要的一个农业区域。
So this area is the most important area, agriculture area in total Taiwan.
所以我们责任很重所以我们在同仁的人数也好，我们的整个组织的规模是7个改良场所中最大的一个。
So we take the most important task and responsibility, and so therefore we have most scientists in our station.
我们同仁今天会为各位展示包括智慧化的这个智能的温室管理系统。
Also, today our staff will introduce you about our smart agriculture system.
另外，作物病虫害上面的一个综合管理模式。
And also pest management, we have integrated pest management.
会以番茄为做一个范例。
And our target plant is tomato.
所以希望各位今天在这个参访点能够收获满满，然后非常愉快的得到一些东西。
Okay, we hope you enjoy your trip or your field tour here today.
再一次欢迎大家。那接下来我就请同事们用我们的简报方式来跟大家做我们全场的业务简介。
Okay, now we will have a review introduction about our station, and next we will exchange a little gift to our guests.
OK， 欢迎，就麻烦执行长。
大豆的制品，就是适合那个老人食用的哈，那就是保持在使用。那这个部分，欢迎你们，谢谢。谢谢，谢谢。这个应该是我们是那个张导OK， 谢谢，非常谢谢。谢谢。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tainan District Agricultural Improvement Station. This station was established in the year 1902 and renamed as Tainan District Agricultural Improvement Station in 1958. Initially under the jurisdiction of the Agriculture and Forestry Department of the Taiwan Provincial Government. It was later transferred to the Council of Agriculture of the Executive Yuan in July 1999 after administrative reforms. In 2023, it was further realigned to be under the Ministry of Agriculture in response to organizational changes. Organizational structure. The station is composed of a director, deputy director, and a secretary. The operational units include Crop Improvement Division, Crop Environmental Division, and Agricultural Extension Division. The supporting units consist of the Secretariat, Accounting Office, and Personnel Office. Additionally, there are 4 branch stations located in Luqiao, Fotsu, Yizhu, and Donan. Agricultural environment. The cultivated land area in this region is over 199,000 hectares, with a farming population of 730,000 people, accounting for approximately 35% and 27% of the national total, respectively. The average annual temperature in this region is 23.6 degrees Celsius, and the annual rainfall is around 1,782 millimeters. The rainy season occurs from May to September, while the remaining months are the dry season. Overview of operations. The station aligns with government agricultural policies and the nationwide plant quarantine system, focusing on the Yunlin, Jiayi, and Tainan regions for the development of new crop varieties and the improvement of new technologies, and providing guidance to farmers for promoting agricultural development with smart, resilient, sustainable, and safe as our action strategies, to enhance industrial efficiency and ensure farmers' income, and to protect the environment and ecology and safeguard food safety for consumers. The Xinhua headquarters is responsible for research and development in crops such as miscellaneous grains, fruit trees, vegetables, and flowers, as well as improvements in cultivation techniques. Research and extension activities also include plant protection, soil fertilizers, agricultural machinery, and agricultural extension. The Luqiao branch specializes in rice cultivation. The Pozu branch focuses on corn and sorghum, and the Yizhu branch is responsible for research on asparagus, garlic, and iceberg lettuce, among others. The Donan branch conducts research on vegetable, onion, and flower cultivation techniques. Key research and extension achievements. Rice. Over 40 varieties of rice have been developed. Among them, Tainan 11 is a high-yielding mid to late season Japonica rice. Since 2006, it has become the most widely cultivated variety in Taiwan, covering nearly 70% of the total cultivation area. Tainan 14 is a low amylose brown rice variety. The brown rice has a soft and tender texture, not coarse. Tainan 16 is known as Taiwan's Kashihikari rice. Tainan Indica 18 undergoes a short-term aging process and can be immediately processed into rice cakes and rice vermicelli. Tainan 19 is an early maturing aromatic rice variety that is resistant to rice blast disease. Tainan 20 is a mid to late season aromatic rice variety with an improved texture when served cold. The development of rice iron powder coating technology helps reduce the problems of bird pecking and floating seedlings during direct seeding of rice, pulses, and miscellaneous grains crops. The Yunlin, Jiayi, and Tainan regions are the most important areas for miscellaneous grains production in Taiwan. In alignment with the government's policy to revitalize fallow land and the demand for water-saving crops, we have strengthened the breeding and promotion of soybeans, field corn, and sorghum varieties. Peanut varieties developed by our station are cultivated on over 80% of Taiwan's total area. Among them, the large-seeded Tainan 14 is the most widely cultivated variety. Peanut Tainan 20 is a high oleic acid variety, which helps extend the shelf life of processed products. Black soybean Tainan 3 and Tainan 11 are suitable for making black soybean tea and black soy milk, while black soybean Tainan 5 is used as a raw material for black bean sauce. These three varieties account for 80% of the black soybean cultivation area in Taiwan. Green manure soybeans Tainan 4, 6, and 7 are resistant to powdery mildew, making them suitable for grass-covered cultivation in orchards. Sesame Tainan 1 accounts for over 95% of the domestically cultivated sesame varieties. Sesame Tainan number 2 is a low-shattering variety suitable for mechanical harvesting. We have bred field corn varieties such as Tainan 29 and 30, and super sweet corn varieties Tainan 26, 27, and 28. These varieties exhibit high yields and strong disease resistance. For brewing sorghum, Tainan 7 and Tainan 8 are water-saving and drought-tolerant. They produce high alcohol yields with excellent quality. Fruit trees. Important fruit trees in this region include mangoes, papayas, pineapples, citrus fruits, longans, avocados, and dragon fruits. Guidance is provided for establishing high-quality and safe production systems, health management techniques, and production traceability records. Techniques such as proper pruning, rational fertilization, dwarfing, bagging, year-round production, and disaster prevention and reduction are also offered. The development of mango steam and hot water treatment techniques, and a pineapple cut surface steam sterilization machine has been undertaken to expand export markets. A patented bag for dragon fruit was developed to enhance the fruit's appearance, promoted the use of technology to adjust the production period of autumn pineapple, and developed an electric quantitative dosing machine to diversify the pineapple production period and alleviate labor shortages, advocated for water-saving cultivation techniques for pomelos and mangoes to enhance irrigation efficiency. Vegetables. The station's vegetable research focuses on crops such as asparagus, cantaloupe, summer squash, broccoli, tomatoes, cabbage, and bok choy. The breeding goals focus on high quality, disease resistance, or heat tolerance. We have developed asparagus varieties Tainan 1 to 5, high sugar yellow cherry tomato Tainan 24, and red cherry tomato Tainan 25. Cantaloupe varieties Tainan 12, 13, 14, and 16 exhibit resistance to powdery mildew, excellent growth, and high harvest yields. Tainan 15, a yellow-skinned melon, features crisp and tender flesh and is heat tolerant and early maturing. Bok choy varieties Tainan 3 and 4 are heat tolerant and suitable for greenhouse cultivation. Eggplant Tainan 1 is used as a rootstock for grafted tomatoes, which helps to control tomato bacterial wilt and enhance fruit sweetness. Developed commercial seed-saving techniques for cabbage and cauliflower parent lines, and mass vernalization techniques for seedlings. Developed lettuce yield prediction systems, disease prediction systems, and rational fertilization calculation models, all of which have been transferred for industrial application. Developed pre-cooling technology for leafy vegetables to enhance storage quality. Established harvest standards and cold storage techniques for export tomatoes and lettuce to reduce the occurrence of storage-related physiological disorders. Provided guidance to export teams in establishing a cold chain process to expand the export market. Floriculture. The station's floral research focuses on species such as eustoma, Mathiola, Limonium, Spathoglottis, Oncidium, and Phalaenopsis. Developed heat-tolerant Eustoma varieties Tainan 1 to 6, which have a non-clustering growth habit. Limonium varieties Tainan 1 to 3 can bloom even in the low temperatures of the southern plains. Developed indigenous heat-tolerant Spathoglottis varieties Tainan 1 to 6, suitable for garden landscaping. Developed preservation and shipping techniques for Oncidium, Anthurium, and Eustoma flowers. Developed tissue culture mass production technology for high-quality Phalaenopsis mericlones, which has been transferred and authorized for industrial application. Since 1999, free preservatives for Anthurium flowers have been provided to farmers, leading to an increase in annual exports from 300,000 stems to 15 million stems with a production value of 150 million NTD. Biotechnology. Established seed purity testing techniques for vegetables such as Chinese cabbage, cauliflower, tomatoes, kale, melons, broccoli, and loofah, and transferred the technology to seed companies. Since 2005, the Ministry of Agriculture has appointed our station as a testing unit for the detection of genetically modified papaya, soybeans, and maize. Agricultural product processing. Established a product prototyping center to assist farmers in developing processed goods and facilitate their transformation into primary processing facilities. Developed rice flour for commercial and household use, with flour substitution rates from 50% to 80%. Created rice breads and snacks, with published recipes for promotion and application. Engaged in the development of multiple health functional foods from burdock, including products like burdock ginseng, burdock candy, and burdock noodles. Mangoes are peeled using a batch-type labor-saving peeling machine, and a heat pump drying technology is used to shorten the drying time, reducing the need for manual labor. Utilized high-pressure hydrolysis and biotransformation technologies to enhance functional components such as small molecular proteins, polyphenolic compounds, and flavonoids in domestic black soybeans. Through interdisciplinary and cross-industry collaboration, we develop processed products from soybeans, sorghum, tomatoes, and turmeric, expanding the diverse, high-value utilization of agricultural products. Plant protection. We conduct crop pest and disease surveys, epidemic monitoring, and issue alerts. We provide in-person and online pest and disease diagnosis and prescription services, handling over 1,200 cases annually. Information on pesticides for crop pest and disease control is posted on our official website. We guide farmers on the safe use of pesticides to ensure food safety. We develop integrated pest management techniques, biological control methods, and non-chemical pesticide control strategies. Developed a patented lure and kill trap for the coffee berry borer, and promoted its application in coffee cultivation areas across Taiwan. Using a double-layered wood board to trap eggs to reduce the population of the citrus longhorn beetle in pomelo orchards, achieving an adoption rate of 65%. Collaborated with NCKU and Yuntech to establish drone-based pest recognition and spraying technology. It is applied to pest control in hillside orchards and lotus fields, achieving labor savings and improved control effectiveness. Developed the use of Purpureocilium molassinum for the biological control of the lychee stink bug, balancing agricultural production with environmental friendliness. Established a smart pest and disease management system in nurseries to stabilize the production of healthy vegetable seedlings like tomatoes, soil and fertilizer. Provided over 7,000 annual services for rapid soil fertility testing and crop leaf nutrition diagnosis in the jurisdiction. Offered guidance to farmers on rational fertilizer application and the use of microbial fertilizers to reduce chemical fertilizer use and ensure sustainable soil management. Established an organic-friendly technical service team to guide and promote organic-friendly cultivation. Promoted ecological organic farming practices on an area exceeding 200 hectares, establishing organic crop production techniques, while conserving and restoring habitats for species like the pheasant-tailed jacana and the Joro tree frog. Established techniques for isolating and cultivating mycorrhizal fungi, which have been transferred and authorized to businesses for widespread use by farmers. conducted R&D on high-efficiency production techniques for biochar and vermicompost, developed technology for the recycling and reuse of agricultural waste, promoting sustainable resource utilization, strengthened cultivation and management techniques for low greenhouse gas emissions and carbon sequestration in the Yunlin-Jiai Tainan region, conducted carbon emission coefficient and carbon footprint investigations for crops such as corn, rice, and soybeans. Agricultural machinery. We conduct R&D on labor-saving machinery for important regional agricultural products to solve labor shortages. Completed field machinery such as electric crawler-type aerial work platforms, plug seedling transplanters, plastic mulch retrievers, self-propelled soil steam sterilizers, sesame cutter binders, and digging-type garlic harvesters. Completed post-harvest processing machinery such as garlic clove peelers, broccoli cutters, mango peeling and slicing machines, and garlic root grinders, in line with the needs for fallow land revitalization and mechanized group farming. We are introducing or developing harvesting machinery for field corn, sesame, sorghum, and garlic. Promoted integrated mechanization for garlic, peanuts, and leafy vegetables to foster industrial development. Established an aquaponics production system, moving towards the development of urban agriculture and water conservation. Agricultural extension. Organized various crop technology consultation seminars to assist in promoting agricultural policies such as agricultural insurance and farmer pensions. Assisted in the certification of actual cultivators, enabling those with verbal agreements or who lease public riverbed land to qualify for farmers insurance or occupational hazard insurance. Conducted guidance under the Top 100 Young Farmers Project, providing individual mentoring to help them become professionals who can lead regional agricultural innovation. Provided guidance to agricultural production and marketing groups and cooperatives in the jurisdiction, establishing agricultural management zones. Assisted in promoting the small landowners, big professional farmers program, with the promoted area covering more than 50% of the national total. Assisted in formulating good agricultural practices for food crops. Promoting the agricultural product traceability system, covering an area of more than 35% of the national total. Assisted indigenous communities in developing distinctive local crops, creating indigenous flavored cuisine, and planning rural tourism to promote sustainable community development. Annually, we conduct over 10 Farmer Academy courses on topics like organic farming, crop management, non-chemical pest control, and composting. We also organize professional training for agricultural extension personnel to enhance agricultural human resources. Implemented food and agriculture education, teaching school children about proper dietary habits, local agriculture, and respect for the environment through hands-on experiences. Established a farmer and consumer service center, pioneering line consultation services and online diagnosis to assist farmers in real-time problem solving. We use social media to broadcast R&D achievements and promote policies, deepening public interaction. We publish agricultural newsletters and technical journals, making them available on our website for public browse and download. We hold annual open days, fruit festivals, and fruit and vegetable quality competitions on various themes, and also promote local specialty agricultural products. Future outlook. The Yunlin-Jiai Tainan region is Taiwan's most important crop-producing area. The key objectives for our station in the future include enhancing breeding efficiency, strengthening the breeding of crops resistant to stress, pests, and diseases to ensure food security, researching and developing post-harvest and processing technologies for agricultural products to extend the shelf life for export and increase their added value, establishing automated, energy-efficient, labor-saving, safe, and high-quality crop production models, strengthening organic and environmentally friendly cultivation techniques, developing circular agriculture and low-carbon production models to balance life, ecology, and production. The above is a report on our station's key operations. Your feedback is appreciated. Thank you all.
all enjoy our video introduction. And next, we will move on to our field tour, and which includes the demonstration of drone sprayer and our smart agriculture control system. And before we go outside, here I would like to spend about 10 minutes to give you a short explanation of our smart agriculture control system. And this way, when we arrive the greenhouse outside, then you can focus directly on how our system is applied to our tomato integrated crop system, the tomato ICM. And here is the map of Taiwan. Now we are here at Tainan Dairies, located in the southern Taiwan. And our smart agriculture system currently includes 3 sites. That means 3 greenhouses. And this system supports us with real-time monitoring and remote control of our greenhouse. And in the future, we also, which we can have further develop it into the data-driven decision making for our crop management or crop production. So far, we have set up 3 different smart greenhouses. Here, the first one is our aquaponics greenhouse. We combine aquaculture with hydroponics. With this system, we can recycle water and nutrients. The idea is we combine fish farming and plant together. The fish is in the fish tank here. The fish produce waste. The waste turn into nutrients, also called natural fertilizer. Then the plant here can uptake the nutrients for growth. The plant can also purify or filter the water. Then the water can be used by the fish here. So it's a closed system. So by this system, we can save water and reduce the chemical use. The second one is our floricultural greenhouse. Normally we plant ornamental plants here, but since it's off season right now, so today we will not be seeing this greenhouse. The third one is our tomato integrated crop management, tomato ICM greenhouse. From this greenhouse, we normally gather different types of data, including soil data, climate data, and plant growth data, the tomato growth data, and also pest monitoring. And after this data collection, we also hope in the future that AIoT can help us to achieve high quality, stable yield of tomato management. And this is the core technologies of our smart agriculture control system. The first is the smart, remote control and monitoring system. And from this remote control and monitoring system, the users can just anywhere and anytime, they can via their computer, their mobile phone, their laptop, or even through the website, then they can control or monitor their greenhouse at home. And within the greenhouse, we have several types of sensors, like soil sensors, cameras, and also the weather station. All the data collected from the greenhouse are sent to our central server. Then the data stored in the cloud database. Then the user can use a very simple user interface to access the database, and then they can just collect or to get the data anytime when they need it. So the user can also, through the image monitoring system, they can check their greenhouse anytime to see the condition of their greenhouse. So let's take a look how our our user interface look like. We call it our smart agricultural situation room or war room. So here is the real-time information query. We just click here, then you get everything from the greenhouse. Here is the data from our greenhouse. You can see the indoor temperature, indoor humidity, outdoor temperature, outdoor humidity, and also the light intensity of outdoor, and wind speed, soil temperature, soil moisture content, and also soil EC. And let's see the panel here. From this panel, we can control our greenhouse directly. We can switch on or off our irrigation system or shading system or our fans in the greenhouse. And here we can check the operation status of our greenhouse. And by the way, in our system, we also have an alarm system. When something gets wrong in our greenhouse, for example, like if our backup is overloaded or temperature is too high, then the system will send the warning message to our mobile phone. So here are the photos from the greenhouse. The system sent one picture per hour, so you can check the greenhouse via these photos. And this is the monitoring data from our aquaponics greenhouse. And here you can see the fish tank and also the plants. And here is the data from our floriculture greenhouse. And as I have said, there's nothing inside, so today we will not visit. And in addition to the real-time data, we also can get the historical sensor data or historical records. For example, here is the data from the last week, so we can just check the data for a while. And for example, here is the indoor temperature, indoor humidity, and we can download the data for further analysis or reporting. So now let's go into our system to see how it works in reality. So first, after we log in with our account and also our password, we can enter our system. It looks like this. Sorry, it's all in Mandarin. And first, we click this real-time information query. Then now we have 3 sites. Then we can take one site. We take GA for our tomato greenhouse. Then click this check. Then just wait a few seconds for loading. Okay, now we get it. So now we can see the numbers sending from the greenhouse. You can see that the values is always changing. So that means our data is always updating constantly. So now we see the indoor temperature of our tomato greenhouse is about 32 degrees, and indoor humidity is quite high, it's about 72%. And also the soil temperature is about 32 degrees. And soil EC is 0289 right now. And from this panel here, we can check the device operation status. Now everything is okay. And from this panel here, we can control the system, the devices like irrigation system or shading systems or our fans. Now it's off, then I switch it on. It takes a little bit time because the internet speed here is a little bit too slow. And here is our warning system, our alarms. Now everything is okay. Now we check the photos here. can check the photos here. That is what is going on now in the greenhouse. And scroll down here, we can have the historical records of our data. So here you can see the changes during the last week. So you can have the temperature data and soil data. So this is the end of my introduction today. Thank you for your listening. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good photo outside and cool.
我们先哪一台？先看下面的。你的情人哈，很多在脸书上面会显示，
我会打广告，
对，特
园区，
对。
看到我们集中大家蓬勃发展，所以看起来科技，我们就开始进行这个积极的开发，然后希望能够我们在科技果树上能够更准确。然后这个基础是什么？往下走，可以看得到上面的这个坡地，然后它这坡地就是随着地形这样往下，然后我们就可以开始进行洗澡的一个动作。目前这条小动物就是它的绕行的一个最正大的10分钟，不要记得是没有操作下面的。
可不可以叫他们来拍呢？叫他们来拍呢？可以是多少钱吧？那我来带喷了，我来考照来带喷，你们全部包给我就好了。 要看什么？看人什么？哦，看你哦。啊，欧文士哦，我以为要看你耶。
都是台湾人吗？
对了，都台湾人啊。
好，
不，
对。
对。
就是现在这一间是我们的番茄的温室，然后智慧农业的控制系统就是长这样。哦，不好意思，不好意思。好，各位大家好，这一间是我刚才有介绍我们那个番茄的温室，那个番茄 ICM 的温室，然后这里就是我们的整个那个智慧农业控制系统，然后你可以看到实际它现在温室里面的温度、湿度，还有外面的温湿度，还有状况，然后这里是照片这样子。然后我们的那个气象站就是在这里，就设在这里，上传到云端，然后我们从这个界面就可以得到所有的数据。谢谢。然后接下来我的同事楚楚会介绍大家进去温室里面，然后给大家看番茄，还有这个醉蝶花。
可不可以吃？番茄可以吃吗？
现在还不行，
还没，不能吃啊哦。那你可以吃吗？
通常哈，我先跟各位讲一下，就通常我们温室会做双重门，然后一般来说就是进去以后一个门关，一个门开。但是因为今天人比较多了，所以我们就让大家进来，这样直接进来。那我们这边的温室的话，主要大家看到的这个番茄，它是有嫁接我们茄子根秧的品种里面自己地的品种。那主要的。然后我们一般在说的芝麻或者是胡麻，那一般这种东西是种在室外的。我们会种在这边的目的呢，是要去养天敌，养天敌，因为番茄上面有很严重的粉虱的问题。那我们养一种叫做烟盲村的天敌，它可以去吃番茄上面的粉虱。等下大家可以就是稍微去拍一下这个芝麻上面，可能会看到绿色的小虫在那边跑来跑去。那这个东西就是我们的，对，我们就是烟盲村，温室里面的是我们放的，但是如果说你把芝麻种在外面，其实很容易会有这种虫，因为它本身是芝麻的害虫，但是在番茄上面是我们可以利用的天敌，就是益虫这样，所以它角色不一样。对。
再进去哦。
所以他们好像刚刚说有去养蔬菜，很多病害，对不对？
哎，看病毒，
看病毒
才厉害哎，对。
请爱护我们的环境，感谢大家。
刚好做点实验。
不可以滴灌系统，这边是走滴灌系统，大概是。一般因为这个时节不是种番茄的时节，是为了你们要来，所以我们才提早种。不然一般是9月的时候是正期做，所以我们要2年。这个提早1个月，那边提早2个月，所以它在比较热的环境下生长都会比较弱。那因为我们有嫁接这个根秧，它对水分的吸收会比较好，那它的生长势就可以维持住，那起码不会变得太虚弱这样子。那右边是嫁接我们台南厂的番茄品种，那左边那个是你们在外面买那个很贵的玉米番茄，就是1盒200块的那种。从后面来，从后面，然后设定时间，它就会定时滴。那这里就停下来。对，水管上面有打洞，然后就会滴。一般温室是会有温控度，几度？对。我们不太能控制，我们比较被动的去控制温度啊。我们有一些降温设备啊。像是风扇，还有那个外遮音，都是一些降温设备，它会伸缩，可以伸缩，可以中。种那个无花果一定要装透。哦，真的，无花果，就晒伤。一般来说，它应该这么说，胡马露天点很多嘛，都是露天种。那
把烟防针都还在推在设施里面，也是一方面担心外面的生态的平衡的问题。对，因为你看，如果种胡麻的农民。
画面中有3D 的月老影像，还有签筒等各式